Hi, we continue the section 4.b, the off payments part 2. Example 2. So this time we study how to deal with the annuity due case. Example 1 was basically the annuity immediate case. But the example 2, so this example is annuity due case. So slightly different. Okay, so example 2, the effective interest rate per annum is 4%. So this is another way to say annual effective interest rate is 4%. And $200 is paid at the beginning of every 4 years for 20 years. What is PV? So it's similar, but at the beginning of every 4 years. So annuity due. So now we think about the time diagram again. We have 20 years. And the first payment is at time 0 because the $200 at the beginning of every 4 years. Second payment is at 4. Third payment is at 8. And 12, 16, and 20. Okay, so now that we think about the annuity due, which have the same present value as this cash flow. So that means the payment of R at time 0 to time 19. So we end the payment at 19. So that means the first 4 payments corresponds to this 200. The second 4 payments corresponds to this 200, and so on. And finally, the last 4 payments from 16 to 19, this corresponds to this 200. Sorry, so not 200 here. So this is how to calculate, how to formulate this, how to solve this question. So still we have 2 steps. So determine R first, then present value. So after determining R, this cash flow above time diagram. So this is 20 payments of R. So we can use the annuity immediate formula, the annuity due formula to get the present value. So at first, we want to determine R. And think about these 4 payments. What's the present value of this? So present value of the first 4 payments. So this is equal to annuity due. So R times A double dot right angle 4 at 4%. And the below time diagram, that is 200. So this is equal to $200. So that means the R is equal to 200 divided by A right angle 4, A double dot right angle 4. At 4%. So now that we can calculate the present value. The present value of this annuity, so our objective. So this annuity is present value of this annuity. So present value of annuity we want to calculate is present value of this. So that is the 20 payments of R So this is equal to the 20 times, sorry, R payments. So R times the A right angle 20, but this is annuity due. So A double dot 20 at 4%. And R was the 200 over A double dot right angle 4. So that means this is equal to the 200 times A double dot right angle 20 divided by A double dot right angle 4 at 4%. And remember that the double dot means the payment is 1 year different from annuity immediate. So remember that if we have payment from 0 to n minus 1, then present value is A double dot. And if payment is at 1 to n, the present value is A. So basically the time difference is 1 year. So A is here, A double dot is here. So if A comes here, then this becomes A double dot. So it accumulates 1 year of interest. So that means that we have to multiply 1 plus I. So we can say that this is 200 times 1 plus I times A right angle 20 at 4% over 1 plus I times A right angle 4 at 4%, and this cancels each other. So this is equal to the 200 times A right angle, and this can be calculated by BA2 plus, and the numerator is actually the 20 discount. So a little less than 20 and 13.59. And the denominator is the 4-year annuity, so less than $4, and actually the 3.63. So this is equal to the 200 times 3.7439. So this becomes $748.78. So this is the present value of this annuity. Yeah, you can see that the $200 and the 5 times. So in total, we have the $1,000 and basically the time 0 to time 16. So about 8 years in the account. So this amount is 8 years in the account, and the annual interest is 4%. So roughly speaking, the 32% interest is earned. So present value, we have to subtract that one. So we have about 30% less, we can say. So $748 is a reasonable answer. Yeah, so also I would like to remind you that the double dots cancel. So remember that the A double dot just means the 1 year later than annuity immediate. So we have to multiply 1 plus I. So if we have A double dot over A double dot, this 1 plus I cancels. So recall the A double dot cancel. So even without calculation, A double dot n right angle I over A double dot some different value m right angle I. So this is A right angle ni over A right angle mi. And also the right angle s, we can do that. So s dot ni over s double dot mi. So still, this is A right angle ni, s right angle mi, or A double dot n right angle I, s double dot n right angle mi. Still, the both double dot means 1 plus I times A or S. So that means still the double dot cancel Ni over the S right angle Ni. But the important thing is that the I should be the same to cancel. Double dot. So if I is different, then obviously, so this factor is different. So 1 plus I over 1 plus j isn't equal to 1. So we cannot cancel double dot. But as long as i's are the same, then we can cancel double dots.